The nodal compass, the north node. And now this is part two of the nodal compass workshop series. Part one was all about the south node that was pre-recorded and dropped on YouTube. Part two, which we are about to go through right now, is all about the north node. And within this particular lesson, we're gonna go over the North Node. This is perfect for anybody who is just brand new to astrology. You don't know anything, but you're interested. You've heard about the North Node. You want more of a deep dive and a perspective, maybe a different perspective on what the North Node is. That's pretty much what we're going to be working through today. So we're not going to do too much extensive work into astrological aspects and all of those things as far as chart reading, which can definitely depending on your aspects to your nodes, that can tell you different things about your nodes. But we're going to stick to the basic information and teaching it and presenting it from the point of view of, you're fresh, you're new, you don't know anything, but you are just interested in a sense on what the nodes are. So what is the north node? First I want to talk about the nodes in a whole sense. Because the north and the south node do make up this one body, and although astrologically it looks divided, it is believed to be this one complete body of this split body of an entity that's basically chasing its head and its tail around the cosmos as we go through this evolution in life. All right. So your north node is your personal north star. It is the point and place that you are said to be, striving towards, what you want to encompass more of, what you want to shoot for. You can think of it as if you had a destination into your GPS, it would be the North Node. Now, you may not know how long the journey going to be, but that's the destination that you will put in the GPS as far as where you need to be heading towards to give yourself the best, quality overstanding and balance in life, which is all about balance. So I want to talk about the like technicalities of what the North Node is. It is an invisible portal point in the cosmos, so you can't see it. Unlike planets, you can look up as at the North and South Node are these invisible points in space. We can't see them, but we know that they're there. And we know that they're there through happenings like eclipses and going through the observation and the measurements of the points in space in which these events happen. So every for every south node and north node point that rotates, each year, each cycle, when the nodes are in these different signs, these are the points in space that are the ecliptical path points. So they are the only points in which eclipses can happen within that year. That is something that's very significant to illustrate the power and the significance of these points in space. And you can see right here I have a little chart, and you can see where the earth and the where the earth's path intersects the sun's, will intersect the moon, those points are where your eclipses are going to happen and where your nodes are going to show up in their specific zodiac signs. This is the North Node symbol. So if you're looking for it on your chart, your natal chart, um, you want to point that out. This is what you should be looking for. And on the opposite end, the South Node is just going to be an inverted picture of this. What I do find interesting about the glyph is that, it represents two sides, two circles that are intertwined and interconnected as one. And I think that is a perfect interpretation of what the nodes represent. All right, so let's get into charting your nodes. I want to just go through and make sure that by the end of this, you're able to identify your north node on your natal chart and, know what to look at, specific identifiers for it. So we just went through the glyph and you can see where your north node is or where the north node is on this particular generic natal chart that we're looking at. So when you find the north node in this particular chart is actually in Virgo, and it's going to be in the second house. Um, and if you look right to the opposite on the other side of the chart, you will find the south node, and that's something to that I talked about earlier. Always, your north node and your south node are going to be, direct opposites of each other. They're like fraternal twins. They're in the same family. They are related, but they are direct opposite. They don't look anything alike. So it always is set up like this. So whatever house your north node is in or your south node is in, the other node is going to be in the house directly opposite of that in your natal chart. And the attributes of those houses are always going to be different, and very, opposite as well. So, for instance, in this particular chart, the north node is in the second house. Now, it is in Virgo. And I'll talk about the signs in particular because the north node is in Virgo and the south node is in Pisces. And it's hinting with this, if your north node is in Virgo, or if you're someone who knows somebody who north node is in Virgo, this chart is telling a story of a pursuit into, more of a organized, logical way of doing things and getting away from maybe some self sabotaging aspects, maybe some, illusionary things, maybe some self depreciating habits. That could be what this north node and south node soul path nodal compass message is within this chart. Uh, One thing I do want to point out is that when you are, trying to do that, when you're trying to divulge and define what the message is within the chart, you always have to look at everything else surrounding those nodes and all of the other tenants and neighbors in the neighborhood and look and see what they're doing in their houses, because that is going to directly affect what your nodes are doing in their respective houses and signs as well, and how that is showing up within your life. The key thing I do want you to remember about charting your nodes is specifically, how they look, how to find them, and knowing that if you can find one, you can always find the other. And when you're looking for significance, the zodiac sign. When you're looking for significance in finding a message or diving into that clarity, the sign of your node is extremely important. The sign that the node is in is extremely important, to tell you how the energy is going to show up. And the house is extremely important to tell you where it's going to show up. And, combine with that how and just help you to develop a clearer picture of what that may look like for you. So once you have been able to find your north node, you know what it looks like, you know how to identify it in your chart, which means that you'll then be able to outline and assess exactly what the message is behind your north node. Within this message, you are going to unveil things like life's purpose. North Node is all about life's purpose, but it's not a stagnation and a finality of, just do this. It's much more of a direction and an open door saying, there could be more, and you can do more and live more freely, live more if you embody, or when you rather embody these traits of your North Node. Oftentimes, in my experience, when you begin to study your North Node, you will begin to observe different experiences and people, places, and things within your life that have been driving you towards this North Node embodiment. And that's why it really represents journey more than destination. The North Node doesn't say you have to get to this end point. You have to reach this final designated place. It says pursue life in this way and be happy. So another message within the North Node is attributes that are going to help your soul evolution, which is what I was just speaking about as well. Diving into these things that are written within your code, written within your birth code, that are meant to expand the very life experience that you're having. And it's all about growth. It's all about change. It's all about evolution. This life that we do live, and if you are in the pursuit of knowledge and understanding of that, then diving into your North Node is definitely something that you want to tap into. There are so many avenues that you can take as far as working with your nodes. You can work with them weekly, daily, during planetary alignments. You can work with them during your nodal returns. You can work with them during any type of, prayer or ritual work. Working with your nodes brings a balance to your life's passion and purpose, especially if you are somebody who has questions about this, your life passions and your life purpose, and are looking to develop a better sense of clarity and a sense of self. Looking into the code, again, the code of yourself, the code of your life, which astrology is like a great blueprint. When you look at your natal chart, you're literally looking at the snapshot of the stars, of the cosmos, at the point that you were born. So this is a cosmic photogenic visualization of who you are. It can help you to define your daily intentions. The pursuit of happiness, defining and setting boundaries for what you want to pour your energy into, what you should be pouring your energy into, the things that you should be spending your time doing that are actually fulfilling to your soul and fulfilling to your life. studying your nodes can definitely help you to make your daily task list really work for you. I love to think of the South Node as where you been, and again, in part one of the Nodal Compass workshop, we did dive all into the South Node, and I talked a lot about this. The South Node is definitely what you came into the game with, what you already have. It is that 3-point shot that Steph Curry has, that's not going away. It is your inherent talents that you were able to master within your past life, within your past soul evolution, wherever you were before you were here. You came here and you know it. You know these things well. And it's also a place of comfortability because you are just so inherently good at everything in your South Node. It is who you are. Now, with that being said, the South Node has a tendency to be a place of comfortability and complacency. That's why the journey and the pursuit is always to be, towards the north. But that does not mean that you, by any means, forget the South, because again, those traits, those gifts, those blessings, those magical things that you have about you, they are meant to be intertwined with the newness and the expansion that is represented in your North Node, which is where you are going. It's where you are going. And again, it's not where you end up. It's where you are going. And going is, for me, that's an inaction word. I'm moving. I'm going somewhere. I didn't say I made it yet, but I'm going. And the North Node is all about the pursuit. It's all about the path, the journey, everything that's happening on it, and being pushed towards this place, and really, really embodying joy within those attributes. Overall, working diving into any type of self knowledge work is going to, expand not only a sense of self, but a sense of community. Is the more we dive into ourselves, the more we do learn much more about our interconnectedness with everything around us. And nodal work, nodal compass work, definitely provides you with an avenue to do that. So I encourage you to continue to dive deeper into your nodal compass. Right now, I am offering soul path readings. And if you are interested in that and more information on what that is, the link will be in the bio via the description attached onto this video. I encourage you right now to go find your charts, and if you don't know anything about your nodes right now, at least point out what those signs are and what those houses are for those nodes, and have fun diving into yourself. I will see you all next time, and thank you for being a part of this Nodal Compass presentation. I am Kayla Luster.